Hi everyone, I hope everybody is doing great in their life. Today we are going to start 11th standard biology class. NCERT textbook of 11th standard consists of 5 units. So in this series of lectures, we will discuss most of the one-liners and NEET UG questions. Just to brief everyone, Unit 1, which is Diversity in the Living World, has 4 chapters, which are the Living World, Biological Classification, Plant Kingdom, and the 4th chapter is Animal Kingdom. Without wasting much time, let us discuss about the living world. When we look at the living world is very wonderful, where the organisms are living in extreme climates, be it cold mountains, deciduous forest, oceans, freshwater lakes, deserts, hot springs, etc. All students need to understand these chapters properly because this chapter is the basic foundation chapter of biology. So let us learn how different is living from non-living. जब किसी चीज़ को हम लिविंग बोलते हैं तो व्हाट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स वी सी इन दैट लिविंग सो वी लुक एट द ग्रोथ डेवलपमेंट रिप्रोडक्शन एबिलिटी टू सेंस एनवायरमेंट mount a suitable response, metabolism, ability to self-replicate, self-organize, interact, and emergence. So these are the characteristics which are exhibited by the living organism. So let us discuss about each point briefly which were mentioned on previous slide. ग्रोथ को कैसे डिफाइन करेंगे? ग्रोथ में देयर शुड बी इंक्रीज इन मास एंड इंक्रीज इन नंबर ऑफ इंडिविजुअल सेल्स. मास इंक्रीज होना चाहिए एंड देयर शुड बी इंक्रीज इन नंबर ऑफ इंडिविजुअल सेल्स. This is called as growth. Now I will ask you one question. Does non-living also grows? The answer is yes. But how? Non-living grow कैसे कर सकता है? Non-living grows by the accumulation of layers over their outer surface. This type of growth is called as accretion. यहाँ पे हम किसी माउंटेन का एग्जाम्पल दे सकते हैं. And living things grows by accumulation of substances from within. This type of growth is called as intussusception. Hence, it is found directly or indirectly in both non-living and living. Hence, growth is not a defining criteria of living organism. Second, we'll discuss about reproduction. How do you define reproduction? Reproduction is a biological process by which offsprings are produced by their parents or by single parent. This is known as reproduction. It is of two types, sexual and asexual. Sexual reproduction is mostly seen in multicellular organism, and asexual is further divided into spores, budding, regeneration, fragmentation, fission, and vegetative propagation. Spores are mostly is seen in fungi. Budding is a process seen in yeast and hydra. Regeneration we can see in flatworms. They are also called as planaria. Fragmentation is a process seen in Spirogyra. Fission is seen in bacteria. Vegetative propagation seen in plants. When we say reproduction, but there are certain living organisms which are not able to reproduce. For example, if we consider infertile human couple and mules. Hence, it is not seen in all living organisms. Reproduction is also not a defining criteria of living. On this slide, we can see different types of asexual reproduction. Here you can see the process of budding, which is seen in hydra. Second, here you can see binary fission seen in bacteria. Spore formation seen in fungi. Fragmentation seen in Spirogyra. Here you can see regeneration seen in flatworms and vegetative propagation seen in plants. Next is metabolism. See, the whole human body or all living organisms are mostly made up of chemicals. Hence, the chemical reaction occurring in our body is called as metabolism. And this metabolism occurs only in living. This is a defining feature or criteria of living organism. Everyone should mark this because this is the first defining feature of living. This can be asked as question. Next, we'll see about consciousness. Consciousness in simple word is known as awareness. So all living organisms can sense and respond to environment. Almost all living organisms are aware of their surrounding. But human is only organism who is aware of himself. This type of awareness is called as self-consciousness, which is found only in humans. Since consciousness is seen only in living organism, this is the second defining property of living. The first one was metabolism and second is consciousness. This can be asked as MCQ. जब हम बोलते हैं ह्यूमन हैज सेल्फ कॉन्शियसनेस, अगर हम कोमा पेशेंट को लेके देखें तो कोमा पेशेंट हैज नो सेल्फ कॉन्शियसनेस. सो व्हाट यू कॉल टू दिस पेशेंट्स? आर दे लिविंग और नॉन लिविंग? आंसर इन कमेंट सेक्शन. तो चलेंगे अगले टॉपिक पे, दैट इज बायोडाइवर्सिटी. So biodiversity, how you define biodiversity? Biodiversity means existence of number of different kind of organism which together makes a healthy environment. An entire globe, if you see, there are 1.7 to 1.8 million of species. So this many number of species, there is a need to standardize the naming of living organism. So that particular organism known by same name all over the world. This process is known as nomenclature. Remember this definition. And there is one more thing is identification. When organism is described correctly and we know to what name organism is attached to, this is known as identification. So please remember both this definition, nomenclature and identification. There are certain international codes which are used for nomenclature, like International Code for Botanical Nomenclature, International Code for Zoological Nomenclature. First person to introduce binomial nomenclature is Sir Carlos Linnaeus. इन्होंने क्या बोला? Every biological name should have two component. One is generic name and second one is specific epithet or species name. And there are rules to be followed for nomenclature. For example, rule number 1, all this nomenclature name, biological name should be Latin and should be written in italics. First one should be genus and the second should be species. जो पहला word हम लिखेंगे that should be of genus and the second should be of species. When handwritten, they should be separately underlined. Both these words should be separately underlined. And when printed, they should be printed in italics. And the first word always starts with capital letter, and the second word should be small. So genus should be capital and the species name should be small letter. इसे हम एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे समझेंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू टेक मैन, मैन इज कॉमन नेम. मैन का बायोलॉजिकल नेम है, बायोलॉजिकल नेम इज होमो सेपियंस. So Homo sapiens. So Homo is a genus and H should be capital. Sapiens is a species name. So this S should be small. And this is how we write binomial nomenclature. Second, we'll take mango. Mango is a common name and biological name for mango is Mangifera indica. So M should be capital. This is Mangifera is a genus. Indica is a species. So I should be small. Next slide हम देखेंगे classification. Now classification is what? In classification, it is a group into like convenient categories. So हम convenient categories में हम हर चीज़ को डालेंगे. That is called as classification. Scientific term for these categories is taxa. And classification of all living organism into different taxa based on characteristics is called as taxonomy. Remember this definition. And also characteristics, identification, classification and nomenclature are basis of taxonomy. यहाँ पे एक और वर्ड है that is systematics. ये systematic जो वर्ड है it is a Latin word. Latin में इसको बोलते हैं systema, which means systematic arrangement of organism. So this systematic is a branch of study of different kind of organism and their diversities, also relationship among them. अभी हम देखेंगे taxonomic categories. जो taxonomic categories है उनमें hierarchy of steps रहता है and in this each step represent rank और category. हर एक जो step है they are representing rank और category. Since category is part of overall taxonomic arrangement, it is called taxonomic category and all categories together constitute taxonomic hierarchy. और जो each category है that is referred to as unit of classification, in fact represent rank and is commonly termed as taxon. In this picture we can see taxonomic categories showing hierarchical order. We start from species and end with kingdom, which is the highest category. Let us discuss about each of the category briefly. First we'll discuss about species. Species means group of individual organism with fundamental similarities. For example, sapiens indica, which is Mangifera indica, name for mango, Panthera livo, etc. So group of individual organisms with fundamental similarities are species. And genus, which is the next hierarchical order, consists of group of related species. For example, Panthera, which is a genus, include lion called as Panthera leo, tiger called as Panthera tigris, and leopard called as Panthera pardus. So these all are under the genus Panthera. Next in order is family. Family is group of related genera. Example, genus Panthera and genus Felis are coming under family Felidae. So जो family Felidae है उसके अंडर both genus Panthera और genus Felis आएंगे. Next category is order. Example, families order is what? Families with few similar characters. For example, order Carnivora. Order Carnivora में हमें मिलते हैं family Ellidae and family Canidae. This both comes under order Carnivora. और प्लांट में order Polynomials include family Solanaceae and family Convolvulaceae. Next category is class. Class is related orders like order Primata and order Carnivora are included under class Mammalia. So Primata में कौन कौन आएंगे? Monkey, gorilla, ये सब order Primata में आते हैं. And order Carnivora include tiger, cat, dog, and these both order are classified under class Mammalia. Next order is phylum. इसका दूसरा नाम है division. Like phylum Chordata, which has presence of notochord and dorsal hollow neural system. Phylum Chordata इसलिए बोलते हैं क्योंकि उसमें this yellow color thing is called as dorsal hollow nerve cord and this is called as notochord. And the highest category is kingdom. So we have few example of kingdom here. This is the like animal kingdom, plant kingdom, kingdom protista, kingdom fungi and kingdom monera. अगर आपको ये हायरार्की ऑर्डर ठीक से याद नहीं रहता है then there is a simple mnemonic which you can remember to memorize this taxonomic category. जिसको हम ऐसे याद करेंगे, keep pot clean or family get sick from highest category to the lowest category. Keep से keep for kingdom, so P for phylum, clean is C से class, or is for order, family से family, get which is G से genus and the C S for species. So based on this mnemonic you can memorize. Now let us take one example and understand the taxonomic categories. For example, if you take man, man is a common name. Man is biologically known as Homo sapiens. So here sapiens is a species, Homo is a genus, and हम लोगों का family क्या है? Homidae. Next आता है order. Order is we come under Primata, and we fall under class Mammalia. And the phylum or division is we fall under phylum Chordata. Phylum Chordata. And as we know, we come under animal kingdom. So this is a taxonomic hierarchy of man. Second, we'll take one example of mango. So mango is biologically known as Mangifera indica. So here indica is a species, Mangifera is a genus, and this comes under family Anacardiaceae. Order is Sapindales. Class is Dicotyledonea, and the division is Angiosperm. So this was the taxonomic hierarchy of mango. Now coming to last topic of today's lecture, that is taxonomical aids. Now what is taxonomical aids? इसमें क्या होता है? There is collection of samples or preserved organisms which help in extensive research, studies, identification and classification of organisms. तो हर जो सारी चीज़ें हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इसी से बॉटनिकल गार्डन, हर्बेरियम, मोनोग्राफ, म्यूजियम, जोलॉजिकल पार्क, फ्लोरा, मैनुअल एंड कीस. सो ये सारी चीज़ें हमें रिसर्च, स्टडीज़, आइडेंटिफिकेशन के तौर पे यूज़ होती है. नाउ लेट अस डिस्कस ब्रीफली अबाउट ईच एड्स. फर्स्ट विल डिस्कस अबाउट हर्बेरियम. हर्बेरियम मीन्स ये हर्बेरियम इज एक्चुअली अ स्टोर हाउस. ये स्टोर हाउस रहता है ऑफ कलेक्टेड प्लांट स्पेसिमेन. सो उसे हम क्या करते हैं, प्लांट स्पेसिमेन दिया, उसको ड्राई करेंगे, फिर उसके बाद उसे प्रेस करते हैं एंड दे आर प्रिजर्व्ड ऑन शीट्स. सो यहाँ पे हम लोग देख सकते हैं, यहाँ पे जो बहुत सारे शीट्स रखे हुए हैं उसके ऊपर द प्लांट स्पेसिमेन इज ड्राइड एंड प्रेस्ड एंड दे आर अरेंज्ड इन यूनिवर्सल सिस्टम ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन. और इस पर हम लेबल चिपकाएंगे. हियर यू कैन सी देयर आर लेबल्स. जो है ये यहाँ पे जो लेबल्स है, दिस लेबल्स, it should include date and place of collection. It should include all three names, English, local and botanical name and family. और यहाँ पे collector's name also should be mentioned. collector's name. Botanical gardens एक ऐसी जगह है जहाँ पे living plants collect किए जाते हैं and these living plants are also labeled. जैसे हम देखेंगे इंडिया में दो फेमस बॉटनिकल गार्डन्स है, दैट इज इंडियन बॉटनिकल गार्डन विच इज प्रेजेंट इन हावड़ा एंड नेशनल बॉटनिकल रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट जो कि है लखनऊ में. नेक्स्ट इज म्यूजियम एंड दिस म्यूजियम इज अ सेटअप विच इज मोस्टली इन स्कूल्स एंड कॉलेजेस. इसके अंदर प्रिजर्व्ड स्पेसिमेंस एंड प्लांट्स रखे हुए होते हैं. दिस आर स्पेसिमेंस विच आर प्रिजर्व्ड इन अ ग्लास जार. सो समटाइम्स स्केलेटन्स ऑफ द एनिमल्स आर ऑल्सो केप्ट इन अ म्यूजियम. सो दिस इज म्यूजियम. नेक्स्ट इज जूलॉजिकल पार्क्स. जो जूलॉजिकल पार्क्स है, दिस आर प्लेसेस वेयर वाइल्ड एनिमल्स आर केप्ट इन प्रोटेक्टेड एनवायरमेंट्स. प्रोटेक्टेड एनवायरमेंट्स में रखे हुए थे अंडर ह्यूमन केयर. What is the use of it? It helps us to learn about their food habits and behavior. And the last one, we'll discuss about keys. So keys, what is the keys? It is the identification of plants and animals based on similarities and dissimilarities. इसके अंदर हम दो स्टेटमेंट देंगे. These are contrasting statements and these statements are called as couplet. These are called as couplet. And each statement in the key is called as lead. Since these both statements are contrasting to each other, one will be accepted and one will be rejected. And hence it helps us for identification of organism. Thank you. Please like this lecture and share this video to maximum and subscribe to our channel to motivate us for making more such videos in future. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.